No, ladies first. Ladies first.
Thank you, sir. It's very nice to hear a lot of insights. Myself, Dr. Tanima Banerjee, I'm a young scientist. I'm very much interested towards the women in STEM. I just wanted to know what are the opportunities in Andhra Pradesh in women in STEM, and if there is any scheme, and what are the new opportunities for the entrepreneurs, those who wants to connect with Andhra Pradesh government, and a lot of student exchange program and many other schemes if it is. So would like to hear from you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for bringing this up. For me, gender parity is very, very important. So we are actually are starting it from kindergarten. I've already done a bit of work in school education, where first grade, second grade textbooks, when you have household chores in that, and their pictures, they only have women doing it. So we've changed it. We've made it 50-50. Sorry, men, you have to pitch in. You have to clean up. So I believe in it. We're very passionate about it. And fundamental change happens through primary education. That enables, when you bring about these changes, it enables also women an opportunity to think beyond the traditional sectors. Historically, Andhra Pradesh has done better with women in STEM. As a political party, we take a lot of pride and credit for it, because the founder of the party actually created a university just for women, which is in Tirupati. Padmavati University is just for women in Tirupati. So Andhra Pradesh that way has done far better than other states of getting women more into IT and STEM in extension. I think we can do a lot more. I agree. Exchange programs are important, and we had again an opportunity to talk with the Honorable Minister and few of your other political leadership here to explore those. In terms of entrepreneurship, so that's where the Ratan Tata Innovation Hub comes. Today it was about a larger presentation, but Ratan Tata Innovation Hub is, the main hub is in Amravati, the main center, and then you have the nodes that are out in the major economic zones. They're all being mentored by industry. So the RTIH main hub is done by the Tatas themselves, one by Adani, one by JSW, one by Mega Engineering, one by Greenco, which is the largest renewable energy company in India. So that we got all of them to mentor, because it's not just about money. Especially for startups, they need mentoring, they need access to market. That's what we're doing. And it's being led by a young IAS officer she's from IIT Kharagpur, who then went on to the Indian Administrative Service. So we've identified even administrative leadership that can support the political will to get things done. So we aligned that. So with the Ratan Tata Innovation Hub, it's just the beginning, because I think we're a month old in RTIH, but we have a clear trajectory in terms of what we want to deliver. So again, I believe that will make us different.
So I also believe that if student exchange program can be happen, so Australian students could learn something new from the Indian students, and also Indian students can learn from the Australians. So this exchange will again will strong our bilateral relationship.
No, absolutely. I get asked this question a lot. As an alumni of Stanford Business School, a lot of Indians ask me, why Stanford? How is it different from an Indian business school? And one of the thing I say is that, when you go to a different culture and when you're surrounded by people from different parts of the world, you tend to appreciate things far better.
Exactly.
And you understand a lot of context with which questions are asked and the way people contribute to your classroom. And this is my first trip to Australia, and it's been now just over 30 hours since I've set foot on your soil, and I've learned a lot. And I'm truly amazed with what Australia and Andhra Pradesh can learn and work together on. And on that note, I would also like to thank, where's Calvin? There he is. I would like to thank Calvin and the leadership here in Australia for having me down. Honestly, if not for you, I wouldn't have made it this far. But I think, they've really curated an experience. And I was actually asking my team, does India do this? Do we have a similar program? And we should actually do it. Even at state level, we should do it, where we are able to bring in thought leaders from across the world to come and visit. I think there's a lot to offer, a lot for us to learn, and a lot that we can offer to the world. So
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. My name is Ram Gorlamandula. I'm an illustrious alumni of Sri Satsai Institute of Higher Learning, Puttaparthi,
Oh, nice.
and a resident of Kadapa, but been here for the last 2 decades.
Oh, wow.
So I run a multifamily office practice, specifically focusing on helping Australian family offices to invest in high-growth Indian startups.
Nice.
We have invested not in unicorns, but unicorns were created 10 years ago. So we invested in minicorns, which are now unicorns.
Wow.
So we hold a few of them in our portfolio today. Based on my decade-long work across these markets, there are 3 or 4 major observations that I've made. One, for example, I do a lot of work with AMTZ in Vizag.
Yeah.
I've visited AMTZ many times and happens to be a co-alum who is currently chairing the